Welcome to We Talk Islam. In different countries around the world, particularly in Africa, Catholic bishops have rejected the recent decision of Pope Francis on the blessing of same-sex couples. On December 18th, the Pope officially gave permission to Catholic priests to bless these couples. This is a radical change in policy which, according to him, aims to make the Church more inclusive. But what is confusing is that the Pope allowed what he calls blessing while maintaining his strict ban on same-sex marriage. In a document published by the Vatican, the Pope reaffirmed that marriage is a lifelong union between a man and a woman. He therefore emphasized that the Church will now bless same-sex couples, but blessings in question must not be tied to any specific Catholic celebration or religious service, and should not be conferred at the same time as a civil union ceremony. Moreover, the blessings cannot use set rituals or even involve the clothing and gestures that belong in a wedding. Thus, this new church policy has aroused strong criticism within the Catholic community of the world. In an extraordinary backlash against Pope Francis, some Catholic bishops in Africa, Poland, the United States, and elsewhere have said they will never enforce this Vatican policy. The strongest reactions came from the bishops of Africa, where more than 265 million Catholics live, which makes nearly a quarter of the world's Catholics. Many of these Catholics live in societies where homosexuality is culturally condemned and prohibited. It should be noted that of the 54 countries on the African continent, 31 have laws criminalizing this practice. After the announcement of African bishops condemning the Pope's decision and saying that they will never apply it, an American Catholic priest, the Reverend Father Jean-Miguel Auguste, welcomed the position of Catholic bishops of Africa, saying, "Africa is the only continent that will save the world." Meanwhile, the Polish Bishops' Conference has declared that it has no intention of implementing this policy. Marriage remains only the union between a man and a woman, and sexual acts outside of that are always an offense against the will of God, said Reverend Leszek Gesiak, the spokesperson of the Polish Bishops' Conference. German Cardinal Gerhard Müller, who was previously the head of the Vatican's doctrine office, said the Pope's statement was contradictory because it continues to say that same-sex relationships are against God's will while allowing couples of the same sex to receive a blessing. The Church cannot celebrate something contrary to what it teaches, he added. I want to conclude by saying that the position of Islam on this subject is one and categorical. In Islam, a couple can only be united by marriage. In Islam, there is no such kind of blessing that can be given to an unmarried couple. This religion blesses any couple who enter into marriage for a lifelong union. And of course, when we talk about couple in Islam, it means a man and a woman